BrodieDaVinci, aka Elmer's glue. No, what do you have on?
Rubber cement,
aka Rubber Cement. We were both just talking. We both looking a little pasty. It's the it's the middle of winter. I mean, I got like 10 inches of snow over here on the ground in Chicago. So
we got about 10 inches of rain out there right now.
Yeah. So you ain't getting outside much.
Not much, no.
Nah. Hey, y'all, BrodieDaVinci's here one-on-one. I wanted to get my man on. He's been putting a bunch of music out. He just dropped an album named Harmony, which was super dope. We're actually going to talk about that in a minute here because that just kind of brought something to mind. I'm going to bring something up about that. And then we're going to play a video of Brodie about halfway through here. I'm going to ask him a couple of silly questions, and then we're going to be out of here. So we're going to keep it pretty quick. But, guys, I like doing these one-on-ones because it just gives me a chance to sit down. That's like an old-school microphone or something right there. Gives me a chance to sit down for you guys to learn about these people who I'm chatting with. And I just think it's dope. It's dope to connect with people and to just kind of learn about, other people that are in the Christian hip-hop space. So, man, this is dope. Brodie, we're going to start real quick. I just want to talk about how did you kind of get involved in music? And then just kind of when you talk about that, how did you kind of get into your sound? You know what I mean? Like, tell me a little bit about it.
So I really started messing around with music around my 8th grade year at the end of middle school, going into high school. And I kind of messed around just with some rap and stuff, whatever. You know how everybody kind of you're just kind of a fan of music and you just kind of just freestyle a little bit, whatever. But it wasn't until like 2 years later when I played basketball in high school, I met this dude named Reed Clark. He also played on a basketball team. He was kind of like the star of the team, and he did Christian rap music at the time. And at that time, Christian rap was kind of corny. It was like, man, I mean, I wouldn't say it was corny then, but now when we go back and listen to it, we're like, the sound has progressed so much now. It's kind of like if when we look at people who make music now that sounds like that, we're like, nah, they're outsiders, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
They old school.
Old school. That's the word. I never listened to rap. I think the first rap song I ever heard was a Gucci Mane song called All White Bricks. Like, yeah. That was the first song I kind of ever like really heard because I was around that culture of basketball and everything like that. And it was just all I heard. I grew up listening to country music and that's my favorite genre. That's what I primarily listen to even now. Oh, that's dope. I wouldn't even say I'm a huge fan of rap. I do like some rap, but I couldn't tell you anything about the history. I don't know the old heads, nothing like that. Like I'm real quick, when we get into debates about who's the greatest of all time and stuff, I'm the one that's like, man, you don't know your stuff. You shouldn't even be rapping. You culture vulture, blah, blah, blah. I'm that guy. I'm the culture vulture. Hey, that's what it is. God called me to this, man. God called me to this. So, I'm all for learning and things like that. But, I kind of, the sound progresses. I'm learning about what's hot now rather than what we came from. So, and that's just my personal preference.
Yeah, that's dope. And your personal preference, like you said, you're kind of learning about kind of what's trendy or in or whatever. Like your sound would be, I would say, is in sound, with the auto tune and people are using that more and more and getting creative with it. So that was just something you could sing a little bit and you were like, hey, let me give this a try. Is that how it kind of came about?
I was going through my plugins on my computer one day. I saw auto tune. I was like, I'll try it. I can't really sing that well. Well, I don't think I can. Other people think I can, but I'm not a singer by any means. I sang something, threw some tune on it. It sounded good. And I was like, roll with it. It's a plug-in. It's an effect, just like an EQ, a reverb, anything else. Why not just utilize it? That's what it's made for.
Yeah. So, and perfected it. You're starting to perfect it. Sounds great.
Starting to a little bit. Yeah, starting to. So, yeah. I can always get better. I can always learn more. There's a lot of functions in it that I don't understand as far as like, certain elements to it or whatever. But as far as what I got going right now and what I'm capable of doing, I've mastered my capability. So
I would say
there's always progression.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I mean, anybody listening, again, don't be afraid to try something because I always feel like everybody's always afraid. Like, who cares? You know, who cares about what Joe Schmo thinks about if you put something out or whatever? I think everybody's always kind of scared to try something. Try a new sound. The way I rap now is not the way I rap, you know, 8 years ago or whatever. So experiment with your sound and try new things, try new plugins, try new effects. Might find something that works for you.
Yep.
Simple as that. Speaking of your sound, Brodie just dropped a album called Harmony. Some know this story, some don't. But I had a chance to listen to Brodie's album that he had that was going to be dropped that wasn't Harmony, and it had to be scrapped. We're just going to leave it at that. But the album had to be scrapped. Nothing from my end or from Brodie's end. It was just we just couldn't use the album. So he basically came up and did Harmony in a month or less. And it was super dope. I've told him that, and I've told others that, and he knows that I tell everybody that. So it turned out great. Songs like Solo, Give Me Faith track, bunch of the songs on there, Eyeing Me. So we're going to actually play a song right now from his album, Harmony, and this is called Eyeing Me. This was a lyric video that we had made. So let's check it out. Here we go.
Look, the way I operate is, if the Lord in it, I'm in it. Cause he sure as heck don't need me in it for him to be in it. Facts. 100. Yeah. I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yeah, I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yo, the Lord ain't in it, then I'm gone. Now I ain't saying that you're wrong, but the steps of the Lord ain't aligned with your soul. Then I guess that the shoe really fit all along. Yeah, I ain't gotta really talk much. See, the wise men follow that star, Elon Musk. And the paper that you chase say in God we trust, but again, they don't really want that love. He in it, I'm in it too. God, I can't limit you. You walked on water and fill up my tennis shoes. I was there sinning, doing what sinners do. Go into combat with mortals, they finish you. But I go to war with my God and we win it. Taking no L's, yeah, we fight with precision. Yeah, they be eyeing me just from behind me. That's the extent of their distance. DaVinci. I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yeah, I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yo, DaVinci the artist, Christian the Christian, they one and the same. I got some slander that's hanging on mine, but you gonna put some respect on his name. I was in bondage, now I've been freed. I still got scars up on me from the chains. He turned them scars into stripes. Now I just use them to show him the ways that I changed. Associated with the soul created, there was no debating I'm his. I've been in the dark, but the light always came on bad for the boy just to get him out the pit. Dog, I've been stretching Satan with the word, give him my testimony, he flee. See, when you're tight with Christ and mess with God, I can tell the devil won't mess with me. DaVinci. I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yeah, I can feel them eyeing me. Yeah, they looking, but I know they never trying me. Because it's not I, but it's the one who is inside of me. That's why if it's not pertaining Christ, it's not exciting me. Yo.
All right, that was Eyeing Me by this dude right here, BrodieDaVinci. Dope little lyric vid. And
co-written by Jay Knight. Co-written by my boy Jay Knight.
Nice. Yeah, yep. Super dope. And for those who don't know Jay Knight, super dope rapper as well. Probably end up getting him on the show down the road as well. But guys, if you're sleeping on music from Rapture Ready Productions or RP North. Make sure you guys check some stuff out, or if you want some stuff that you want to hear, hit me up. I'll be glad to point you in some different directions depending on whatever musical interest you have. As far as hip-hop is concerned, even worship music, whatever, I can point you in the direction of listening to somebody. Dope track, I and Me. Tell us a little bit about, the album kind of had to come about fairly quickly, once the other one got scrapped. How are you? A lot of people have trouble putting an album out, in 3 or 4 years. We laugh all the time. We're able to write pretty quickly and record and mix our own stuff. I know that's half of the battle, just being able to mix your own stuff. People got to send that stuff out usually to have it done. How are you able to do something like that creatively? Or, I know that's kind of a weird question to ask, but you just always kind of feel like you got ideas floating in your head, feel like you got a lot to say? Tell us.
Well, so I'm not going to dive too much into the situation that actually happened, but it was a close friend of mine who produced all the beats for the album that was supposed to be put out. And after the fact, after everything was made, we agreed upon a bunch of things, blah, 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 whatever that fell through. I'm not going to dive into it, but I just couldn't use it anymore. And we had talked about, because I had just signed on with Rapture Ready in October, November?
Yes.
Yeah, it was October and November last year I came on, and we had set my release for my birthday in January.
Right.
And we promoted it. That's when my album was dropping. We had talked about we had an album coming, and not to the general public, but to the team and everything like that.
Right, us, yeah.
And my thing was that I don't want to be known right off the bat as the one who said that has been saying this is going to happen, and then it just didn't happen. And it's like, oh, so this dude is not, he's just all talk kind of a thing. So I had the pressure from myself pushing me, and I had people like Jay Knight, even you, coming to my aid and helping me. It wasn't something that I could do on my own. I had help. I had a couple hooks written for me. Of course, I freaked them in my own way and changed some things and did whatever, but I had some help. I had 2.5 to 3 weeks to get it done.
It wasn't even a month.
It wasn't even a month. It was 2.5, 3 weeks that I had to get 8 brand new songs completely done. Yeah. And I told myself 8 was the minimum. I wanted to go 12.
Yeah, there was more.
There was more that I wanted to do. And, there was a couple songs in the old album I loved, and I thought I was going to be able to get beats remade, but there just wasn't enough time. So I just kind of had to do what I had to do. And really, no, I didn't even really have all the ideas. A lot of those songs I listen to now, and I'm like, I can't hear concepts in these songs. I just hear bars. I just hear stuff. Other people are telling me, yo, I feel you on this. I feel where you're coming from. I was like,
I'm glad.
I did. Because
you know what? I actually do. I believe the album turned out great. Songs like Solo and I and Me, and those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Even Awesome was a great song featuring A-Easy and RG3.
R3G was on New Beginning.
All the songs were dope. So the fact that something like that was put together in 3 weeks, I know 99% of the population couldn't do that to that caliber. So
there's a few songs on there that I skip or I just don't enjoy.
Sure.
Because they're just too slow for me. But bro, look, there's like 3 songs on there that I'm like, shouldn't have made it, but I needed 8 songs. That like 2 days after I dropped it, people hit me up and said that's their favorite song, and I was like, bro, whatever. Oh. That's the way it works.
Right. Yeah. Let God move, and
if people don't know
individuals,
the song Too Hype. If you listen to that and you listen to my song Psycho with Jay Knight, the hooks sound exactly the same exact flow pattern, everything.
Yeah.
Dude hit me, and I was like, man, I don't even want to put this on here, but I did it. Day after I dropped it, got hit up and say, bro, Too Hype is the best song on the album. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
That's what's up. No, dope album, man. I think it's just a cool story. I think it'll be always something that you'll always kind of remember, whether it be good, bad, whatever. There's obviously some good and some bad there.
Named after my daughter, so
named it after Harmony, your daughter, and it's just a cool. I think that's one of those albums you're always going to look back on and be like, there were some things that happened, but it was super dope, in getting it done. So I don't know. I kind of think that's a testament, to how, sometimes we need to live. Things are going to happen in life. You can sit there and pout about it. This is for anybody. You can sit there and pout about it. It's not going to get you anywhere, though. Almost 100% of the time. So, anyways, dope, man. Hey, we're at that 15-minute mark. We're gonna ask one more question here to Brodie, and then we're gonna get rolling. Appreciate you coming on the show and sharing some of this stuff. I want to talk about a fun question. Everybody here can see the one-on-one. We got the basketball court. Brodie's a basketball guy. I'm a basketball guy. Actually, Brodie, I think I'm going to use this platform as what I'm doing here with the show to make a first ask you a question about basketball and then do a little announcement of something that we have maybe coming. Yeah. I'm not even going to say when, but it's coming.
Yeah.
But anyways, your favorite player growing up, you've been in North Carolina your whole life, I believe, right?
No, I was born in New York, but I've been here since I was 3. So
okay, so since you were 3, okay. So since you've been in North Carolina, what is one of your favorite, whether he was at college, like in college or in the NBA, what was one of your favorite players to come through North Carolina area?
Oh man,
that's kind of a tough one.
You could say Michael Jordan because he's from the same city.
Jordan, right?
He went to high school here, like 20 minutes away from where I live.
Right. So, were you a Jordan fan?
Nah, I didn't even start watching basketball till middle school. I'm a Steve Nash guy, man. That's my guy.
Phoenix Suns. I see you talk about the Suns.
Yeah, so I'm a Devin Booker fan right now. So
okay, dope. Devin Booker.
We just got CP3 this year, so
they're looking pretty good.
They're looking pretty good right now.
You got Ayton and CP3, some young talent over there.
Yeah,
Booker filling it up. I love that. Yeah, old Michael Jordan right down the road for me.
Michael Jordan. I know. I passed his house. Well, my old job before I got the landscaping joint I was doing, I passed his house every single day. It's his childhood house, man. The one they filmed in that in Space Jam and everything, bro.
I love it. Hey, that's dope. We're gonna do a little announcement here real quick. I got Brodie on here since we're together. We are going to be dropping a joint project. It's a sequel to 20 Seconds, which we will be calling OT. So call it Overtime. 20 Seconds right there was the first one. And we are going to follow that up with OT, Overtime. We're got some tracks basically done. And we are ready to, we're going to be ready to let that out to you guys. I don't have an exact date yet, but when you guys are watching the show, you're going to know that it's coming, that is coming. So, Brodie, man, I appreciate you coming on. Stay with me afterwards. We'll chat. Anything else you want to let anybody else know? Where can they follow you, find your music at, etc.?
Everything at BrodieDaVinci, BrodieDaVinci. Pretty simple. BrodieDaVinci vlogs on YouTube. I got my little YouTube thing going, slowing down a little bit because I just got over COVID, but we're about to pick it back up. Other than that, let's connect.
At BrodieDaVinci, hit him up if y'all need a verse. If you guys need, he does some art as well. He does hooks. If you need a hook that's dope, Brodie's your guy. Whether you write it or he sings it, whatever, raps it, hit him up. It's guaranteed to be dope. So
check out Brady.
That's right. Check out Brady. Check out some of these other hits that we got out there. And hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But Brodie, appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, dog. All right, man. Appreciate it.